Fans, we've completed 24 minutes of football action in Corning. How about another 24? That'll be coming up here starting very shortly. Tonight, Rand Seacrest and I are watching Corning and Chenango Valley. And how about those numbers, and especially, Coach, how about Jason Rodriguez?
Yeah, Jason Rodriguez, obviously with 2 touchdowns in the first half, doing one of those defensively with a pick 6, a 37-yarder. He has shown all year long that he can play some great defense. And when he was out hurt, the week he came back, he actually played offense only, and you could certainly see that defensively. But now that he's feeling 100% and back on the field, their defense is completely different, and they have shown that here in the first half by holding the Warriors to just 117 yards and 5 first downs in this first half. The defense coming up big with a fumble, which was then converted into a scoring drive for the Hawks as well. So the defense has taken over in this game, and as you have said a couple times, as we've said tonight, it's fortunate for the Hawks that they can get back onto the positive side here and get their offense going again after 2 weeks being shut out.
And what do you think that does for them, just from a mental standpoint, producing not just a touchdown, but they've got 20 points and rebounding from having been shut out for 2 weeks?
Well, there's something to be said about coming out of the locker room knowing that you have a 3-touchdown lead, as opposed to coming out and you still have those goose eggs on the board. So they should be fired up here in this second half. We'll see what kind of adjustments that Chenango Valley comes up with. Their offense moved the ball effectively a couple of their series, with the exceptions of those turnovers, but the Hawks have shown they're going to move the ball effectively when they have the ball. And the only time that really they didn't move the ball was when they turned it over on downs at the 13-yard line of Chenango Valley. So they've moved it effectively all night, and they're fired up here for this second half.
And if there were any questions about the ability of Owen Goodenrath to run the ship, he certainly dispelled any questions or doubts, as he's done a nice job here this evening.
Yeah, absolutely. When he came out and he threw that 72-yard touchdown pass play to Yasir Muhammad, certainly a confidence builder for him, feeling that he can get out here and get the job done, filling in for Collins. And if he keeps playing this way, we'll see if Collins is available for Horseheads. I'm not sure Horseheads would have a choice right now. They're both play pretty well, so be interesting to see what Horseheads is thinking right now as they scout this ball game and prepare for next week.
And that indeed will be next week. It'll be Saturday afternoon at Horseheads. Excuse me, Rance and I'll be there. But more immediately, we have a Saturday encounter at Elmira. Seems like we're making that our home away from home. It'll be 3 weeks in a row we've seen Elmira in action at Marty Harrigan Field.
Yeah, it's going to be a tremendous matchup tomorrow. The Union Endicott Tigers have demonstrated that they're going to be a team to deal with in the A division, and the Elmira Express in the AA, certainly undefeated so far this season. It's going to be a great contest tomorrow. Weather should be beautiful, as you've already mentioned in this game. The fall has arrived, and it's great football weather.
So before we start the second half, just want to remind you that this game is being presented on WIDC, Big Fox TV, but it'll be on JKP, WJKP in Corning Saturday night at 8 o'clock. That's channel 39. And the same station, only a different number in the Elmira Horseheads area, will be on channel 44? 44, thank you. And of course at midnight, tomorrow night, not this night, but on Big Fox TV. So if you miss one, you catch the other. And you can set your DVRs for that, in case you have some plans for Saturday night. I know Greg Speroni will be hitting the books pretty hard, as he's such a dedicated student. He has to head back to the big city, the flower city of Rochester. All right, folks, if you're ready, Corning won the toss in the beginning of the game, deferred, so they will receive the football. And let's see if their momentum will help them out in the second half. Ball will be fielded, and a knee placed down on the carpet at the 16-yard line. So a little bit of a mental mistake, if you will, but nonetheless, they'll use that as a launching pad to begin the next 12 minutes of football action.
I look forward to seeing that one on Big Fox. It's hard to tell from our angle way up here whether the knee actually touched down, but it doesn't matter what I think. The official said his knee was down. He was a little surprised that the whistle blew, but fielded it like an infielder, made sure that he kept the ball in front of him, but apparently that knee was down. They're going to start deep in their own end.
Well, the Hawks looked at Rand Seacrest and said, "You're one of ours," and he's sporting their apparel before a game on field, so you were spotted. Here we go. And the pitch, and inside pitch, and an adjustment there. There was nothing going on behind the center, so tried to open up the hole, expose it here on the left side, Jason Rodriguez. And he actually picks up about a 3-yard pickup.
One of the major aspects of this double wing offense is the ability to maintain possession of the football and churn up the clock, and that will be key here in the second half. Valley really needs to get a stop early on so they can get on the scoreboard, get themselves rolling.
Double wing formation for the Corning Hawks. They go to work and giving it to Cale Donegan, their fullback. Rocked once and then pile driven after only about a 1 hard-fought yard.
So the Valley defense stepping right up there. They've got everything packed right in their 5-2 defense, and they roll the corners right up tight at the end of the line of scrimmage to try to stop the best play out of the double wing, which is that power off-tackle play.
On the line, Jared Wright's the center. The guards are Anthony Evans and Eric Santamaria. Jesse Green and Justin Black are the tackles. And in the backfield, Gudenrath goes to work. Pitches. Rodriguez makes an adjustment. Tries to zigzag one of the defending players who helps him up off the turf. No gain. And it quite well could have been a loss on the carry by the junior running back. Stop made by Aaron Tremino.
So that time the Hawks tried to go with a little unbalanced line, put an extra lineman to the right side of the center, and then they ran that way. But Chenango Valley's defense up to the test. Hawks will punt for the first time in this game.
So the Warriors have a deep man, and they bring everybody on that one. Bounces at midfield to the 45, down to the 40, taking a Corning bounce, and will finally die at the 36-yard line. And helplessly watching it was Aaron Tremino, as Corning's special team members, fleet of feet. And you thought that Jess Lawson was a fast runner. Look at some of those guys with all that heavy equipment on.
Certainly showing some athleticism.
Speaking of Jessica Lawson, that premier distance runner, she's made her third college visit to Providence. What a gain it would be for them if she were to go there, but she has some other visits coming up. Meanwhile, Corning looking to visit the defense, or rather the offense, and now we got a running play, and this one is going to produce a huge gain for Chris Singleton as he's inside Corning territory, and he bull rushes his way to the 48-yard line. First down, Warriors.
So they only had 5 first downs in the first half, but they get one right here coming out of the locker room. A 16-yard gain and a tremendous hole there created by the front line of the Warriors.
So Chris Vedjiard lines up in a wing formation. Right, we have man in motion. And this is going to be a dive play right side to near the 45. Calling his own number, quarterback Sam Treblecock. Sam, a 5'8" senior, tips the scales at about 150 pounds.
So Treblecock running what you would call in the AAA duck play, faking to the fullback and then ducking right in behind him, straight up the gut, as you called it, Bob. And right now the Warriors look inspired and ready to go here in the second half.
Well, they better hurry, and they do on the play clock. And once more, they look to Chris Singleton to carry the mail, and he was stood up at the 45 and bounced back to the 48. Let's see where they mark his forward progress stop. Well, actually, they'll pick up about 3 yards on that carry. So it brings up third down.
Yeah, so a spot that definitely will help Valley out there. And as we say, they're really trying to work in a hurry here, although they used most of the play clock on that last play. They need to get in the zone and get things going.
The play clock now down to 5 seconds. Motion man, treble clock, cock in the, oh, that is a completed pass and a late flag coming out. That was railed in at about the 10-yard line, and Sam had a lot of trouble, or actually had a lot of time in that pocket and threw a missile.
It was about a 33-yard pass play as we await the flag.
At the 7-yard line by Jermaine Sherman.
Personal foul, Corning. Was that a hit to the head?
Yep, personal foul, blow to the head, so they're going to go half the distance to the goal. Beautiful pass play there for 33 yards.
Well, how about that? This is a different complexion we're seeing right now from the Chenango Valley Warriors. Coming right out of the gate, and in just about 4 minutes, trying to spring load for a first score of the night, and they get it. Banging his way in, Chris Singleton from 3 yards out. And on the board for the first time tonight, Chenango Valley trailing 20-6.
So Chenango Valley goes 64 yards in 5 plays and takes 2 minutes and 15 seconds off the clock in the process. They get on the board here after stopping Corning with a 3 and out, and they're going to look to the sideline. Looks like they're short a man, but a great start here in the second half by the Chenango Valley Warriors.
All right, so they come out of the huddle, led by their center, Joe Merkel. And here's the single point conversion try coming up. The snap, the put down. The kick, hit the upright. No good. I'm sure Jack Regal would love to have that over again. They do get 6 points though. And right now it is a 20-6 lead for Corning with 7:45 to play. This game being brought to you in part by Simmons Rockwell, your multiple dealership in the Twin Tiers, in Hornell, in Sayre. Their service is #1 for them. So the pep band getting the fans involved here. You know, the old days of homecoming when they'd have the vehicles and the floats come out on the field. You won't see that here with this new surface and playing field and all of that. Running track. All right, so the Warriors ready again. And that will be a rope kick to near the 18-yard line. Hawks will look to pace their way back to about the 34-yard line. Curtis King on the return for Corning. And they're going to mark him just, let's see, right on the 35-yard line of Corning.
So we'll see if the Hawks can bounce back. Their first possession here of the second half was a 3 and out as they started from their own 17-yard line, just unable to get things going. The Warrior defense digging in again and getting ready for another stop, which they would like to see happen here in the third quarter.
Jacob Dan coming out of the game, holding his right wrist for Corning. All right, Gudenrath's going to run with the ball. They have him wrapped up around the waist. He picks up 1 yard and rolled to the surface in front of the Chenango Valley bench. Second down now for the Hawks. And we have the clock running with 7:17 to play in the third. Second and 8, Rance.
I'm sorry, Bob. Valley has shown a tremendous ability to pursue to the edges tonight, and they've done so far here in the second half.
Gudenrath with the pitch. Jason Rodriguez. You can pick him out in a crowd. 6 foot, 6'1". Very wiry guy out there. Works his way to near the 40-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
So the big plays in the first half for the Hawks were coming on the edge of the field, getting outside to get those big runs, in addition to the long pass play, obviously, but Valley trying to make sure that they stay on the edge and don't give it up.
Inside handoff for Yes Sir out to midfield. 45 down and spilled to the ground at the 43-yard line. 1st down, Corning. That'll be Chenango Valley territory now. And the Hawks once again, after sputtering a couple of carries, look to the big game play of Yasir Mohammed.
Yeah, and their wingback's doing a nice job there on the old crisscross reverse. And Muhammad is just so quick. When he gets a seam or a crease in there in the middle, he just busts loose, and he showed it again there.
6 minutes to play, halfway through the 3rd quarter. It's a 20-6 lead. Chris Singleton scoring the first touchdown. There's Muhammad. Rance, they had him contained at the 40, and all of a sudden he was spring-loaded for a 1st down and falls just short of the 30-yard line. Muhammad.
Yeah, he backs up that 17-yarder with a 12-yard run for another 1st down. He's up to 70 yards now on 8 carries, of course, also 72 yards through the air. So he's got 142 yards of offense. Muhammad showing us how athletic he is tonight.
Curtis King leaves the game, replaced by Jacob Rodriguez. In the wing left, Muhammad to the right. Phelan in the fullback position, and now Gudenrath. He gives it to Muhammad. Yasir continues to run and gets tripped up short of the goal line near the 2. 1st down, 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Well, how about backing that up with a 30-yard run to get to 100 on the day? Just so explosive and so athletic. Great job by the Hawks offensive line to get him free, and once he's free, he was on his way. Great job defensively to catch up and bring him down. We'll see what they do here on short yardage.
Gudenrath ready, the snap. He gives it to Muhammad. He is in for the score. 2-yard touchdown run by Yasir Mohammed. And that is his 2nd score tonight. Previously, he scored on a pass play which amounted to 72 yards.
So the Hawks go 65 yards on just 6 plays, mostly through the ball-toting exploits of Yasir Muhammad. They respond to the Forks touchdown with a touchdown of their own.
All right, 4:43 to play. And the Hawks out of the huddle to the line of scrimmage with that interesting-looking formation in the backfield. Gudenrath rolling out. He'll keep it. He's in for the 2. And like that, Corning picks up 8 more to take a 28-6 lead. Time on the clock, 4:43 to play. Looking pretty impressive, don't you think?
Yeah, that was definitely an impressive drive. They came out of the locker room a little flat. They go 3 and out and punt it and give up a score, but they let Chenango Valley know right away, no, we're not done yet, and they come down the field quickly with some tremendous holes opening for Muhammad, and Muhammad doing the rest. So give me the ball, coach. He gets it 4 times in that drive and gets it done.
Hawks back on the field. Jim Brarens, their kicking specialist, he does it all. He'll set it up on the tee at the 40. Teammates left and right of him. He drops back to the 34, signals left and right. Here's the approach. And it is an onside squibber fielded by the last defensive group. And it is a nice return. This could be disastrous for the Corning Hawks. And they finally force him to the short side of the field. And running out of play is Nate Allward. And there was a little bit of a skirmish after Allward was pushed out of bounds near his team bench. But the officials were right there to take control, and Corning defender was quick to put his hands up and say, no mas, no mas.
A tremendous return on that one, so they'll start at the 40-yard line of the Hawks.
Chris Treblecock has been the quarterback. He continues running the show. And there is a very quick release through the left side to near the 36-yard line. Just a little bit short. Cook makes a stop. Ball carrier was Chris Singleton. So that's a 2nd down and 5 now at the 35. Actually outside that. Why don't we be specific and call it the 36? You in agreement with that?
Yeah, 36 sounds good.
We have a man in motion and a collision there on the handoff. And at best, they'll get 1 yard. So getting up with the ball would be Aaron Tremino.
At the 35-yard line, David Rowe making the play.
Rowe makes the stop. I look down on the field and I see at least one Corning player who has shoes about the color of those penalty flags. And to say that I haven't been fooled before would be a misstatement. All right, here we go. 3:16 to play. Treblecock looks to the near side. He unloads the ball. Is it caught? No, it's broken up. Mike Rossi out there with Zach Turner to break up the pass, which was intended for, let me get that number, Chris Beauregard. So with 3:08 to go, and the play clock running down now, it's 4th and 5 for the Warriors. Motion man, they're going to pitch it, actually hand it off to their fullback, and he has to fight hard. Chris Singleton trying to get to the 30-yard line. Looks like the ball is across there, but will they mark it? They're going to mark it right on the 30, and that's a 1st down.
So 8 first downs now for Chenango Valley, 3 in this half. They'll keep the chains moving. Singleton doing the job there. Give it to the big man. He's got 110 yards now on 15 carries. So who are you going to go to on 4th down? Good call, Singleton.
All right, wideouts left and right. One man in the backfield. Treblecock's going up top. Long, lazy pass intercepted by the Hawks. It'll be intercepted inside the 5-yard line. Rodriguez is the name they call. JR. And J-Rod will give Corning possession. They'll start from the 4-yard line.
So once again, Rodriguez comes up big defensively, his 2nd pick of the game.
Well, that's a deep hole, and probably the deepest that Corning has started to play. Let's see, with all the factions that they have out there, if they can exercise their right to get out. The snap, the pitch. Here's the running play. It's Rodriguez, a spin move, twisting, turning. He's got the 1st down, and he's out to near the 30-yard line. 1st down, Corning.
So we saw in the last series of plays that it was Muhammad doing the running. This time they go to Rodriguez, and he shows he's got the moves and goes 24 yards and gets them out of a deep hole in a hurry.
So now at the 29-yard line of Corning, The play comes in from the sideline, brought in by Donegan. Muhammad is on the sideline watching. And so Goodenough goes to work. Double handoff. It's Donegan with the football. Lunges forward, short of the 35-yard line.
Donegan, just short of the 35-yard line.
Certainly the best we've seen the Hawks run this double wing all year. Week 1, they were running their triple option effectively, and now they're running the double wing. Looks like a lot of reps were put in this week. Of course, the quarterback change may have had something to do with that, but they are looking very efficient.
Jack Regal leaving the game limping for Chenango Valley. 1:30 to go in the third. Goodenough going up top. It's a spiral pass, and it is nearly picked off at the 40-yard line. Well, Mike Rossi was the intended receiver, but it was broken up by Joe Destani. And so Rossi getting some comments, some maybe play call as he returns to the lineup now, to the huddle up, and joined now by Goodenough.
So they go to the air just to try to keep them honest defensively. A big third down here for the Hawks.
1:22 on the clock. This is third quarter, a 20-6 lead Corning. 28-6. And another running play, Rodriguez out of an ankle tackle, still running, and they won't catch him. Touchdown, Jason Rodriguez. 66-yard run by Rodriguez. Jason showing his stuff out there. His third touchdown of the night.
So get this one. That drive started at their own 5-yard line. They go 95 yards in just 4 plays. That time it was all about Jason Rodriguez and his offensive line. A huge hole, and he busts through, and he was gone. The Hawks strike again.
Well, he certainly creates his moves there. Here's the extra point attempt. It's up by Brerens. It's no good. Add 6. 34-6. Corning has the lead here on a Friday night under the lights. Bob Michaels, Rance Seacrest. We'll be back.